Step 1. Complete and return an admissions inquiry form. It is a good idea to register your interest in a specialist college like Derwen from as early a point as possible, even if ultimately you have not yet made your mind up about what you will do when you leave school. Stay in touch to receive important updates and hear about events. You can find a link to the admissions inquiry form on the admissions page on the website. Please return completed forms to the admissions team via email or post. One of the team will contact you to advise how and when to move an application further, depending on which year of entry you are considering. Step 2. Tour, functional skills assessment, interview, and records of prior achievement. Usually, we invite you and your family to visit Derwen College. Although currently we are unable to have visitors on site, once we can welcome prospective students back to visit, we will do so in compliance with COVID-19 guidance. In the meantime, we encourage you to take part in our virtual open days and all of the other great ways to get to know Derwen College. It is advisable to do so at least 2 years in advance of a proposed start date. Following receipt of a completed admissions inquiry form, you will be invited to fill in and return a pre-entry interview booklet, which asks you, a parent carer or supporting professional, to provide as much detail as possible about what you can do and what you may need some support with. This will need to be returned to the admissions team by email or post. You will also be asked to send key supporting documents, including your education, health and care plan or learning and skills plan, last annual review and school reports, as well as copies of any other professional or medical advice. The admissions team will contact you and your family to talk through all of the information provided and advise further. Depending on the restrictions in place at the time, you may be invited on site to carry out a functional skills assessment with an admissions assessor, or they will arrange with you to have an online meeting. They will talk to you about English and maths and may do some activities with you to find out what you are good at and what you need support with. Step 3. Multidisciplinary assessment. You may be asked to visit Derwen College for 1 or 2 days to carry out multidisciplinary assessments with our therapy, behaviour, health, care, residence, work skills and transition teams. This will happen no more than 1 year before your proposed start date. Step 4. Pre-entry report, placement panel and programme planning. Once all information has been received and assessments have been completed, your application will be considered by a placement panel. Following an offer of a placement, pre-entry programme planning will take place, incorporating provisions and outcomes from your education, health and care plan or learning skills plan. Step 5. Refresher visits and transition support. Once you have the funding for your placement confirmed, you may like to arrange to visit Derwen College to help prepare for your transition to a new setting. You can speak to the admissions team to arrange this.